Hey guys, Footloose Wayne here. Gonna show you a quick Luna Snow guide. So I'm gonna break this into two parts. One, I'm gonna show you her skills, going in depth with them, and show you some tips and tricks with each ability. And then secondly, I will do a full gameplay breakdown of all of my choices that I made, how to min max all your abilities, and just show you the best way how to essentially use her within your matches. All right. So let's hop right into it. Her passives. So Luna actually has two passives. And the first one's actually going to be Smooth Skate, which allows Luna to start skating, increasing her movement speed when moving forward. And the best way to use this to maneuver effectively, you want to use your camera rather than directional keys, because if you do that, it'll slow you down just a tad bit. So to maximize the speed, just use your camera and hold forward. And just so you know, while you're in this state, if you jump, you'll go higher and maintain the skating. If I'm not in it, normally wouldn't make that. But while I'm in it, boom, I can make that jump. All right. Secondly, our second passive, Cryo Heart. So this will automatically make Luna heal when she activates these abilities. So her shift, boom, start regenerating health. And then if I activate a right click, I'll start healing as well. And the most optimal way to use these abilities, you want to prioritize them in 1v1 scenarios, or if you just want to increase your healing overall. So let's say if I'm low health here and maybe a flank jumps on me, you want to pop your shift, get that regen going, boom, hit them with the freeze as well. Now they're locked in place, can't do anything to get out, and now you just win the 1v1 even though you had low health. So you can use that to bait them as well, to get them in there, and then you can slay them. Next, let's go over her basic attacks. So for her primary fires, it's a 3-round burst hit scan ability. So this serves as a dual purpose, healing allies when aimed at them and dealing damage to enemies in front of you. A quick tip with the basics, you want to keep it at headshot level, for the maximum damage, of course. And just so you know, just for hit scan, you don't have to lead your shots, so just aim and fire. All right. So again, for the damage, keep it at head level, but it does have a damage drop off. And let me show you here. So you see I'm really close to Luna now. 3-round burst to kill, but from this far from an opponent, it takes 4. All right. But on the healing side of things, there is no fall off. It'll still heal regardless. Secondly, her secondary fire, the orb, Absolute Zero. Fires a slow moving orb that deals damage and freezes enemies for 3 seconds. Alright. Impact, it heals Luna while activating her passive. This ability is Luna's most versatile tool, offering strong crowd control and utility. When under pressure from flankers like Spider-Man, Venom, or like Psylocke, this ability is a lifesaver. You want to freeze them as they engage and follow up with the headshot, or call up for your teammates for assistance. And just so you know, if you deal damage to an enemy, it'll unfreeze them. So here, look, freeze them both essentially the same time. This one's still frozen, but since I've dealt damage to this guy, it'll unfreeze them. And that's any form of damage. So if you, one of your teammates deals damage to them, it'll break them out of it. So another thing about Absolute Zero, you can freeze people out of their ultimate. So if you notice that maybe, a flanker or a tank, a particular player is getting a little bit aggressive, just W king you, that's a great sign to, save your orb to just cancel them out of your ability. In the gameplay, I'll show you that you can do that as well. Ability, Ice Heart. So Ice Heart, when activated, again, will activate Luna's passive and grant her piercing glacial spike with extended range. This ability damages and heals all targets it hits while also healing Luna herself. So let me show you an example. So not only am I healing, I am also dealing damage. And this ability only lasts for 6 seconds, but significantly boosts Luna's survivability and impact in fights. Position yourself just behind your front line to heal your tanks and simultaneously deal damage to enemies. Note that Ice Heart cannot headshot, alright, but it still deals damage. So it's the same damage from body to head. Alright, so you just want to best position yourself, again, behind your front line. So not only are you healing them, but you can also be dealing damage to the enemy team to maximize. And then a quick tip for this ability, you want to use up your primary fire and then activate this ability. That way, while your primary fire is on downtime and has to reload, you can skip that whole animation. As you can see, I got my thing back. And the healing is a little bit slower when using your shift. So again, you want to use this. And then once you're about to run out of ammo, boom, you pop that. Keep healing, keep healing, keep healing. And by the time it's done, you can continue to heal, dish out DPS, all that good stuff. Her second ability is going to be Share the Stage, which marks an ally. Marked allies receives healing, but just at a reduced rate. So as you can see here, I'm healing this guy here, and the one that's marked is still getting healed. So you always want to have this ability active on someone. Ideal targets in my eyes include flankers like Spider-Man, Black Panther, you know, off-angle heroes like Namor, Hela, until she gets nerfed, or flying heroes like Iron Man or Storm. Because, you know, sometimes it's kind of hard for them to receive any form of healing, or you just forget about them because they're often spams throughout team fights. Also, dive tanks are a great idea. So like Venom, Hulk, Thor also benefit greatly from this. Because typically, from what I've noticed, you know, the dive heroes, they're so far into the back line that it's hard to significantly heal them and stay on top of them. Because sometimes, you know, they're a little bit just too far that you don't want to dive too far into their backline as well, and then you'll end up getting picked off as well. So just always try to look to mark them as well. And then sometimes as well, if I notice maybe my other healer is getting dove a lot, or just keep dying, or they just lack some form of ability or survivability, like someone like Adam Warlock or something like that, I would look to mark them as well, so that way we can constantly have you know, the healers up. All right, and if you mark a target that is you know, receiving your healing, will also get the reduced healing as well. So if someone's like really low, you know, you just throw it out on real quick, put it on your other target, still get that other, to get the additional healing as well, to like min max as well, or to save someone out of a crucial situation. And the ultimate, Luna's ultimate will well, it's a stance, so you can either heal, and it heals allies for 250 per second, or you go into your damage, which boosts allies output by 40%. The healing output of this ultimate is substantial, but you are not invulnerable. Both you and your allies can still die through your ultimate, or burst ultimates like Iron Man and Wanda. So, you know, if they act an ultimate like that, they can still just take you out of it. So just be wary of that. And while Luna cannot be stunned out of this ability, she can be rooted. So stay mobile to avoid being locked down. And the ultimate excels at countering enemy ultimates like Spider-Man or Doctor Strange. So if they're about to pop that ultimate, or if they are casting it, just pop it. One, try and group up on your teammates. That way, when they're taking damage, you are then healing them. So one, you're not going to be stunned. Two, you're going to keep your team alive. And this can be used as your last resort to, save yourself. And you want to stay as alive as long as possible, because remember, you are the healer. You are the backbone of your team. So if you die, your team's going to, they're going to start feeling that back pain real quick, And one last thing, sometimes what I like to use my ult for, it lasts for 12 seconds. So it also offers significant stalling potential in close fights. So, on payload sometimes, you're the only one left and you're in overtime and you just need to stall a little bit longer. If you have your ult, you just want to just pop that real quick. So that way you can have your team rotate over to you and hopefully you can overtake the the objective. Made it this far into the video. Appreciate that. And let me show you two quick gameplay tips and settings. All right. So first, let's go to settings. We're gonna go to keyboard or controller, depending on what system you're on. And just so you know, just be careful. If you're on all heroes, you want to select Luna Snow. Reason being, certain heroes has their own special settings. So if it's on all heroes, you will not see it. And sometimes the actual hero will just be here. So you can just click on it there and then I'll just optimize to the character. So the two settings, what I would like to do is put on healing reticle feedback. So this setting will confirm when your healing shots connect. This is especially useful for allies positioned next to walls, because sometimes when my Spider-Man's like clinched to a wall, the health bar is in the wall, so you don't know if you're fully healing them or if you want to prioritize healing Spider-Man versus maybe the tank. Little crucial moments like that can determine of you winning a team fight. And then the second thing, you want to put your ultimate ability to scroll. And why is that? If you put the scroll, as you can see, you can just keep swapping between heal and damage. That way, not only are you maximizing the healing, you are still getting that damage output. So if you do this, you're pretty much going to keep them alive while getting a small burst of damage in. And again, it's a 40% damage boost, so it's really helpful. And if you're seeing that green like relic keep popping up, that's the healing feedback. So as you can see, I'm healing. Green keeps popping up. Just an indicator to showcase that I am actually healing them. Really handy. Sometimes, the enemies can just get in front of you and body block the shots, because it can get a little bit tricky to know if you're actually healing your teammate or not. Alright, let's take a look at our team here. Looks like we have 2 flankers and 1 dive tank. I'm gonna put it on Psylocke for now. Reason being, Iron Fist has a little bit of sustain in this kit, and Captain America has a tankiness, so I'm just gonna put it on her for now. But we'll see how this goes. Alright, and domination, so yeah. I'm gonna do my best and stay in the back line here. Keep my team alive. Might be a little hard. Might have to put my mark on Captain America. So far up, almost died. And I marked and healed him at the same time. I need to get around this corner before I get cooked. But yeah, I casted my other abilities as well, just so I can sustain And I did the same thing just for Iron Fist. Didn't necessarily need to use my Frost, but you know, I tried to do it just to, you know, freeze him to get him off. Um, but yeah, did it to give him the extra healing. Look, you try and freeze someone here. He's about to die. It's kind of tricky to mark when other people are on each other, because you can't really tell who's marked or not. I'm gonna put it on Groot. A little overextended. Just so you can sustain. Nice, nice, nice. Now I'm gonna put it on him here. This is a little aggressive. Use this for the extra healing on mine. Keep him healed up as well. I'm gonna put it back on Groot. Not sure what that guy was doing. Let's put this back on him. I'm just gonna worry about healing Groot here for a little bit. Iron Fist is going off. If he gets a little too low, I might ult him. But let me do this. I'm sure he's gonna help. I'm gonna let him finish that. Worry about the Groot. Heal him. I'm gonna freeze him since we had a big wall. Since he's Omega deep, I'm gonna try and get to him to ult. Yep, look at that. Keeping him alive. Let him do his thing. 3 seconds left, so I'm gonna back up a little bit. I'm gonna heal my teammates back here so that way he can still get healed. Road is playing Fortnite. Mark Captain so he can get the Omega heals. So Star-Lord doesn't just burst him down. Nice. And we got a huge cap win right there. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know the next character you want to see for a guide. Like and subscribe. See you in the next video.